I just wanted to start with this little story you might have heard before about Gandhi. I'm not really sure if it actually happened or not, but it's a teaching story that comes up where it says he's about to enter a train, and he's standing on the platform, and he was talking to a few people, and he didn't realize until the train started to pull away that his shoe had fallen onto the tracks. And just as it started, he goes and he kicks his other shoe onto the tracks. And the man next to him turned around and said, "What did you just do that for?" And he says, "Well, that shoe is of no use to me any longer, but for the poor person who finds it, they will have a complete set of footwear." So we talked today about letting go. Sometimes there's something internally, at least in me, I don't know if this happens in you too, but there's something that thinks it's giving something away, giving something up, or somehow losing. And that is not at all what we teach in Unity. Try this with me. Take your fist, and I want you to just try to start squeezing. Make a tight fist, make it tighter, get a little tighter. Now notice what you're holding, and notice how it feels. A little tighter, tight as you can get it, and now slowly release. Whew, does it feel good when it releases? Letting go is less about throwing something away or getting rid of something than it is just relaxing the grip that we have on it so it can relax the grip that it has on us. And that's what the burning bowl is really about. In the words of Charles Fillmore, if you go to our first slide, we must learn to let go and give up to make room for the things we have prayed for and desired. That denial process, the letting go process, is making room to shine through with the truth that we know. Christmas season is about the awareness, the awakening to that inner Christ light, the inner knowing that there's this higher power inside of us, the truth of the spirit of who we are, and letting that shine, to truly allow us to shine that light. We first need to let go of anything that's covering it up. And so hopefully this process today about letting go in our shredding bowl service it's not about force, it's just about release. And by the way, in case you didn't know the story about the shredder, it started some time ago because traditionally we give things up to the 4 elements. And the one element we use is fire to release things. And in here, in the sanctuary, fire is probably not the best thing to have a big fire. I know at one time, a long time ago here, we even had one outside and people burned things. This was decades ago. And we started the shredder and it felt so good and it sounded so good just to let that list go right into the shredder that I don't think even if we could arrange it, we wouldn't go back to having a burning bowl around here in the sanctuary because it just feels so good to let that go. Every year we do this burning, shredding bowl service because there are things that we carry, habits, thoughts, maybe they're ways of being in the world that no longer serve us. And they're not failures. This process is more like a realignment because those things that we hold on to, they really served us at one time. But now we're starting to get to the point we can see that holding on to them costs more than keeping them. Holding on to them is doing something to our spirits, holding us back. If we go to the next slide there, it's kind of like this. Sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. Just like when you're holding, if you just keep squeezing and you just keep squeezing, can you imagine doing that all the time? All the time. Well, there's some part of you that is holding on like that. And today's the day to start the awareness of where you're holding at inside, just like that. And it would be better to let go, to realign from what was working in the past to present day. What we need today is not what we needed last week, yesterday, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And we're going to go through the process of allowing some of those things to come up. We use more of a ritual. We don't do a lot of ritual in Unity. This feels a little bit more like a ceremony, but think about how hard it is. Is it just me? It's hard to let go of some things. It's simple, right? The idea and the concept is simple, But the actual act can be very difficult over time. It feels very hard. And going through a process like this, seeing it, hearing it, letting it be a part of our experience helps parts of us that are deeper in us give some of that away. Allows us to embody, so that when we bring these things up, like, yes, I know this is what I want to let go of, or I didn't even know I wanted to let go of this. And it allows us to put it on paper, put it in writing, make a statement. It's an inner decision visible to everyone, not just on that paper, but in the shredder, like, this is what we're doing today. Some part of me has already let go of this. If we go on to the next slide there, Mary Morrissey put it this way: even though you may want to move forward in your life, you may have one foot on the brakes. In order to be free, we must learn how to let go. Release the hurt, release the fear, refuse to entertain your old pain. The energy it takes to hang on to the past is holding you back from a new life. What is it you would let go of today? I love Mary's story, and anyone who has taken Prosperity Plus might have heard this. It's probably heard Mary's story about when she was very young. She had kidney issues, and one of her kidneys had nephritis, and it had to be taken out. And she approached that release. Just happened chance, the chaplain from the hospital came in the night before her surgery and said, what if all of the negativity you've been experiencing in your life, because she's had lots of stuff going on, what if all of that could just go into the kidney, and when they took it out, it would just be gone? My year has been what I am calling my year of release. And it started right after the White Stone ceremony last year and the burning bowl last year when I got kidney stones. And I decided that I was going to take that same approach. What if the negativity that had been building up in me from the previous year could just all go into that kidney stone, and it could just all be released? And I spent not just the 3 months that it took me to to let go and release the kidney stone. It took me the 3 months, and then just up until, I would say, Thanksgiving, of more and more, I developed over time a daily practice of releasing. And this is what I can tell you for sure. Sometimes you might experience a release in your life that feels like it was spontaneous, and you have an aha moment. You might see other people doing this. I feel, for me, this is never actually the case. It has been many small moments leading up to that point of release. And so if I ever feel that something isn't going as fast for me as I'd like it to, I just go back to that truth that even though, yes, I have had those aha moments, you may have had those aha moments when it was gone, you realize it, and it's like, why hadn't I thought that before? And I could have had a V8 moment, and it was just gone. And I'm sure there was, if you look back carefully enough, there were little things that led up to that moment, maybe for you too, just like I found it. I found, what I can say for sure is, I'm not giving up, I'm giving over for something better. I'm not losing something, I'm loosening the grip. I'm loosening my control over what I think needs to be happening outside of me, and realigning that control to inside, and allowing myself to trust. Letting go is about trusting the universe to meet us where we are and lead us where we need to go. Letting go is 100% about trusting the universe to meet us where we are and lead us where we want to go. This paper today that you're going to put your things that you want to let go of, it is not magic. Your willingness is. Your willingness to open. You know, somewhere down the energy scale, like at the bottom, we've got things like at the holding up the things we can't let go, like fear and shame and guilt. And we know at the top of the energy scale are things like love and joy and abundance and gratitude. And somewhere in the middle, the gap, to try to get from the gap from that fear and that shame and guilt, to meet that gap, to go to the top, we have to pass through acceptance and willingness. So if nothing else today, I hope the takeaway that I got from my year of release, knowing that at some point, the biggest thing I'm doing is giving over what I feel like I need to release for the willingness to be able to release it at a later time. Sometimes it's just giving up and loosening that grasp some and say, I'm willing to do this. So, and if we go to the next slide, Lao Tzu always said, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Isn't that great? So now is your time to think about what you're becoming, what you want to see more of, what you want to be. And I love that he used the word might, because it leaves so much room for possibility and it leaves so much hope. What might you be? What might you want to see more of this year? Think about your life without all of this. Think about, vision it, look at yourself. Look at yourself in your head, in your mind's eye, doing life without that. What is it like? Speak it. What is it like? Free. Yes, joyful. Peaceful. Yes. 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 Put those down on that piece of paper. All those things. Yes, say it. Yes, accepting. All those things you want to be more of in this year. Take that piece of paper and start writing your list out. And this is, if you need another piece, you're supposed to have two. If you need another piece, you can raise your hand. We've got some more. All those things that we just yelled out, write those down on the paper. And then anything, you want to leave this at hand. This is a little homework assignment. This isn't just a one and done thing. It's not just for today. You want to keep this out, and as things occur to you, you want to add them to your list and keep that somewhere that you can see it. Whenever we release something, a natural vacuum is created, and Unity has the term, nature abhors a vacuum. And so if we don't consciously fill the space that we release, our old habits will just kind of pop back in there. So we need to keep this somewhere where we can see it. So if you have a vision board, or maybe it's your mirror, I always like to keep things in my car. I'm in my car off and on all the time. And then every time I get in my car, it's right there. Wherever you want to keep it and add to it as you go, take a picture of it on your phone so you have it in multiple places. And remember that this is aligning away from what was true for us at one time to what is now true for us, which is not the same thing as letting go. If we go to the next slide, Ernest Holmes said it this way: life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. So these are your thoughts to think into it. So affirming and putting those things and keeping them bright in your forefront, those are the things you want to do to fill that space that you've created today by letting go. And coming back to that Gandhi story at the beginning, just remember the shoe. Gandhi didn't chase after the shoe, did he? Didn't chase after it. He made space for a better outcome. He gave a gift. He trusted that what he released would land exactly where it was needed. And that's what you just did today. It's a very big thing. And as I said, a little humor here, Joe, the whole idea about make sure you remember to get rid of the poinsettias. Tell people to take one. It's not getting rid of them. It's a gift. People gave a gift freely. And so even though Joe really does need to start help putting our sanctuary back to a more normal suit, we are giving a gift as we release them to you today. And I just want to thank you for allowing me to be here today, and remember to give the gift of release to yourself and how much more kinder you are because of it. Thank you very much. And so let's go ahead and say that affirmation that we have for the week. I release what no longer serves me and make space so that life can respond with grace. I trust that it will. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste. Happy New Year.